All right, Jeeplife podcast is Jeep and Terry, and I am coming at you live from the Pypes World headquarters in Hatboro, Pennsylvania, I think is the right word to use. And we haven't really gotten started yet. We've been setting up. I've been here for a few hours working with them. What's up, Mark? How you doing, Mike? So the guys right now behind me, they're installing, hey, Sammy, a brand new, it's a brand new exhaust system from Pypes onto Alias. So this is fun. So they're doing that while I'm getting everything warmed up. Then Billy's going to come join me. We're going to rock and roll for a little bit, and then Don and Dave from Pypes is going to join us. It's a good time. What's up, Jason? Hey, man, I didn't get back to you yesterday when you texted me about, oh, maybe I did, about how good the exhaust sounds, and I agree. It sounds amazing, to be honest. What's up, Jason? Colby, how you doing? Christina, how's it going? So yeah, we're having a good time. We're at the Pypes World headquarters. I'm just doing a real quick audio check with my headphones, and I'm gonna go headphoneless for the time. Hey, what's up? So you can hear the work that's going on in the background. Doing little fab work, it looks like, and I'm excited to be here. It's been a good time. We've had a good time through the day I've spent with their videographer and really creator. He's an awesome dude, Quentin. He's been doing some stuff. Hey, what's up, Ron? Ashley, how's it going? Good to see you today. Ron, missed you this weekend, but I get it. And so right now, I'm just going to entertain the troops and shoot the crap as we build our audience a little bit. We're excited to be here at Pypes doing the good work on Alias in the background, so you can see what's going on. This Camaro SS right behind me is pretty sweet too. So we've got everybody here, the three guys over there doing the work, and I'm just here entertaining everybody. How we doing? So I got to see a good group of people yesterday at our event and hang out. That ride yesterday was great, Jason. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, what's up, Will, Kristen? No, it was one of those things that I would. It was awesome, other than it being extremely hot. And there you go, Bill in the background dancing. Yeah, it was a good ride. I don't know what the final number of the amount that we raised, but it was a good chunk. So we're not in the studio, so you have to hold your own mic.
Oh, jeez, you're making me work over
here.
I don't
making
like
you
this,
work.
you know? I don't got my headphones. I'm out of my place.
You
out
are
of my element.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take my headphones off because our sound is actually pretty good. So.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad that we have some decent sound. These microphones make a huge difference.
Huge difference. And you can hear the grinding going on in the background, but it's not overwhelming. Or maybe it is. I don't know.
They're doing the good work back there. Let me tell you.
They are doing the good work. I think. I need to pull up the agenda for tonight because I don't know what we're doing. I know where we are, so that helps.
I know where we're at too.
All right, we can do some of that action. I can do that. Hey, do we want to give it a couple minutes and then get on the show? Because I know you and I are going to start things off. Then Don and Dave are going to join us a little bit later.
I think so, absolutely. So we can get it rocking and rolling.
You ready to get rock and rolling? You want to build up a couple more people, or?
I mean, I think everybody should share this out. And I want to talk about one of the most influencer sponsors of this show.
Yeah.
Is Pypes. And we have an awesome Jeep Life pod code for everybody out there.
Yeah. What does that get you? That gets you free shipping.
Free shipping, which is absolutely awesome
on these big ass boxes.
Yeah.
And so, you definitely want to hook that in, type it in, but go out there and get that system, because nothing sounds better.
And it's not only Pypes we're sitting here with. We're also sitting here with cold case radiators, which we're getting into that time of the year up here in the Northeast. And
it's blazing hot.
It is blazing hot. We went from 0 to about 100, literally and figuratively.
In 24 hours.
Yes, we did. Cold case radiators, they are awesome. Absolutely. So head over to
mine's definitely sitting lower in temperature than OEM.
Oh, we've talked about this multiple times. I'm cresting 240, 260.
And I'm sitting at 218 at the highest.
Yeah, and we were literally in a line driving yesterday. Like 2 Jeeps, same road, same everything, same terrain, and I'm cresting
and
high.
Most of it uphill because we're in the mountain. Yep.
And then I can hear you behind me because of your Pypes exhaust system.
Even though you're lacking exhaust.
I think that's going to change a little bit, though.
Yeah, but we're lucky to be here in the Pypes World headquarters here. So it's pretty cool. Who else do we have on our
Well, tread lightly.
Yeah.
And,
they're a great partner of the show.
Absolutely. And Quadratech as well. So Tread Lightly and Quadratech is actually having an amazing event going on right now that is the 50 for 50, which is 50 trail cleanups in 50 states over 24 months.
Oh, it's a big undertaking.
It is. It really is.
Yep. So if you become a member of Tread Lightly and then nominate a project in your state, perhaps they'll come to your state and help you out. And it doesn't have to just be a wheeling kind of project. It can be just about any kind of project. And
make sure you head over to our show notes because we do have a discount code for Tread Lightly memberships.
Yeah. Armor Light.
Oh, my gosh. Use it all the time.
Awesome. Yeah.
Literally, I was talking to multiple people today about it. Yeah. So yesterday, today, Armor Light, hands down, best replacement flooring system out there. Drain plugs and a JK is a beautiful thing.
It really is.
And they're coming out with they're pre-releasing their rear wheel wells.
Now.
Is it full orders? Okay,
now,
wow.
I think.
Yeah, so that is wheel wells for the rear of JK's 4-door and also the full insert and everything. So they're selling that as a kit now.
Oh, it's so sweet. Can't wait to get mine. Hey, David, what's happening? Neil, my man. So just as an update, we are recording live at the Pypes World headquarters.
Make sure you stick around to later in the show because we've got a lot of stuff going on.
We have a lot of stuff going on. What do you think? Is it?
I think hit that button.
We're hitting that button. I'm getting ready to hit that button. Where is my button? Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life podcast. We're that podcast where we celebrate the Jeep life and everything that goes with it, from the mountains to the rocks, to the sand, to the beaches, to everywhere in between. We're living that life.
To the Mountain View Vineyard. To Quadratech this morning.
To
Blueprint Brewing this afternoon. And now we're at Pypes.
And now we're at Pypes. It's been an eventful weekend. I am Jeep and Terry, your host here at the Jeep Life podcast, and I'm joined as always with my good buddy Bill. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I mean, absolutely wild Jeep-packed weekend for us. Holy crap.
Unbelievable. And we will be joined later. If you're on our live broadcast, you can see behind us that there's been work done to Alias, and we are going to be joined by Don, who is our right hand man.
He's preoccupied.
He
You
is
put tools in
preoccupied.
front of him, and he's like, "Ooh, shiny things."
Yeah. Put a Jeep on a lift, and the boy just goes underneath.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
The best part about this is, it's the spotlight over there is Alias.
Yeah.
And he's like, immediately, what's the first thing we do?
Put it
We look underneath of it.
we do.
We look underneath of it.
And of course, what we're doing is we put Alias in the back.
Yep.
And that's
Why not?
what we always do. And then we'll be joined by Dave, who is our good friend of the podcast. He is Mr. Pypes. And
Mr. Pipes is an understatement.
Yeah, no doubt. So it's a lot of fun. We do have in the arena with us our good friend Quentin, who's been with us before, and he's the mastermind behind the scenes, behind the lens, from Pypes, and we love having him around and
all right,
hanging
so
out with us.
I got to do this.
All right, do it.
It's not a Jeep, but we're sitting next to this badass Camaro.
Oh, dude, that Camaro is certainly badass.
Holy crap.
It's a 67, I believe.
67.
Because it has the vents.
Yep.
And I learned that tonight.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a 68, and it turns out it's a 67.
But holy
wow.
crap.
It's gorgeous.
It's got a small block in it.
Yeah.
And the thing, I just want to take it out back and do burnouts in it. I mean, I don't think I'm allowed to do that one.
No, we've been banned from that part.
Yes.
They put a little blue tape on the floor to say Billy can't go past this tape.
Absolutely. But let's rope it back into the Jeeps.
Yeah.
And
so yesterday, we were, oh my God.
That was a wild day, man.
It was a wild day. What did we do yesterday? It seems like a month ago.
So we were hanging out with the Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania for the Barricade Go Topless Day.
Yeah.
And we started out in Allentown, Pennsylvania at the old Kmart on Tillman Street, if you know the area. And we took a very long, intensive ride all the way from Kmart through the game preserve, all the way out and around. Holy crap, that's a Turbo Pro.
The Turbo Pro. That's
nice,
awesome.
Huh?
Heck yeah.
Nice. Can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for you to be done with it.
Don't mind us. We're just quenching things.
Quenching exhausts. But, okay, so we took a long, awesome ride through the Trexler Game Preserve, saw all the awesome, cool animals out there, and then we started our way and journey up to Mountain View Vineyard, which is up in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And I got to hang out with some awesome, cool people up there. And, it was a good time.
It really was a good time. And I'm going to, what's up, Canada? How's it going? We're going to go to on air because we were talking about that ride up. And Jason, our good friend of the show, was right behind me. And he commented how much he loves the sound on that. But he has a question. And it says, does Pypes make exhaust extensions for the lift on the JKU? So they're high clearance Turbo Pro that he just had, which is what I have on mine. Yeah. It doesn't need, it goes above the axle, so there's no need to worry about the lift at all.
Absolutely.
And I know with, if you do like they have the dual exhaust pipes out the back. What they have a full system.
So their full replacement muffler system, which is a dual exhaust, and it's dual piped. Yeah. That sits very high up. They converted it into a smaller canister, and then from there they're able to make it a little bit smaller, tuck it up underneath. They rotated the canister up to sit unlike the factory exhaust. Yep. And that gives you so much more ground clearance off the rear end.
So it really, the lift you have on your Jeep or lack of lift matters not.
Yeah, they really definitely they took in every consideration when they're looking at putting an exhaust on a Jeep, whether it comes into contact with anything else or just the very stock Jeep that going to get your kids at the soccer game.
Yep. I mean, you can sound mean.
Oh yeah.
With it. So I started to derail our Mountain View winery, but I wanted to catch that question.
There were some wild events. We passed a couple interesting. We call them events. Somebody broke down.
Somebody lost a cylinder.
So they lost their coil pack on cylinder 1.
Yeah.
Which is always annoying.
Well, so annoying because it just goes in a limp mode.
Yep.
Instead of running
it goes blah blah blah
cylinders,
blah 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 blah.
It just limp mode. You can't go more than 20 miles an hour.
Nope. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, so I felt bad for that. And
Yeah.
that happened like in the first 10 minutes
Oh my gosh.
of the ride.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, all this ride is on actual roads. These
Paved,
are roads
flat roads.
Yeah. And then
We come to a small little bridge.
Yeah.
And everybody stopped. We're like, oh, shit. What happened? Somebody running in the back of somebody else. This, that, and the other thing. Dumb, kind of things. But we discovered that there was a little accident.
Yeah.
And somebody ended up on their side.
Oh,
The little YJ just wanted to take a nap.
it just
Unfortunately.
rolled right over.
But
and
everyone was okay.
everything's good.
So we were in the game preserves, and those roads are a little narrow.
Oh.
So I think what happened was somebody was passing in the opposite direction. Gentleman got over to let that car pass, but he was still traveling. And I think he made contact with a root or a tree and ended up on his side.
Yeah. But he's fine. He, a little worse for wear, but he's fine. He joined up with us again because of Good Samaritan Jeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're at the winery raising money left and right for Meals on Wheels and their pet program.
Yeah.
There was a pile of
Pile is an understatement.
of
Dog food, cat food, bones, toys, all to go out and support Meals on Wheels. So right now they currently support about 86 pets through Meals on Wheels, and that is the people that they serve. And this is just going to be a huge helping opportunity for everyone.
Yep, for sure. So that was a good day, and it was about 1,000 degrees, the surface of the sun.
No. It was 2 degrees cooler than the surface of the sun.
Oh, yeah, it was.
This morning was the surface of the sun.
Where did we go this morning?
We headed over to Jeeps and Java, held by Quadratech.
Oh, it was so nice to be back doing Jeeps and Java. Thank goodness.
2 years is too long.
Too long. Stupid COVID.
I know.
But it was good to be back and see all those Jeeps. There was a ton of Jeeps.
Over 450.
It was a lot. There were a lot, and I got to get out and see some of the builds, but not all.
Yeah, I did a little walk around for everybody.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did. So I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I was hanging out with all of our followers while you were being Mr. Amazing over there.
I wasn't doing anything but talking to the microphone. The same thing I do every Sunday night.
Yeah, that is a good point.
But
you're good at it.
Well, thank you. It was fun to do. It was fun to be in that atmosphere and be around people we work with in a completely different environment. So it was fun. It was all Jeeps all the time. Some gift cards were given out. Some shovels.
Trail shovels, yeah.
Some complimentary passes to AOAA.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. It was good times.
Maybe we'll get to go hang out with those guys that got the passes.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
Maybe they'll let us go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have season passes.
Oh.
So.
Check.
Check and done.
Uh-huh.
And I spent the day with the folks here at Pypes. For some reason they said, "Hey, let me point a camera at you and your rig for a little bit of time and get some audio samples."
You were like a little girl in a candy store, just yes, please.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Show me.
Yep.
I want to be seen, not heard sometimes. So.
Absolutely.
So that was nice. And now, of course, we got Alias back there, and we're recording live here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really been our weekend.
Well, I headed over to.
Oh yeah.
I went over to Blueprint Brewing Company, which is a small little hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. But you walk into that hole in the wall, and it's huge inside. It's really nice. So Blueprint Brewing Company in Harleysville, Pennsylvania, they had a Jeep show today, and that is actually it's a small little brewery. They just decided to put on a USO, so benefit veterans.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So it was a cool event, and there was about 70 Jeeps there on display total. And so, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got some good brews. Got some awesome buffalo chicken and waffles. Ugh, that was so good. By the waffle truck.
Chicken and waffles. That's where it's at.
And then you had buffalo sauce. Oh.
Yeah, it's a 10.
So good.
There's been, yesterday was Go Topless Day, nationwide, and there were tons of events out there.
Yep.
And I wish we could have gone to all of them. I don't have the energy to go to all of them. But I wanted to go to that Jeep show. Was there some cool rigs there?
There were some pretty cool rigs, yeah.
Were there a lot? How big was it?
About 70.
That's not bad.
About 70 rigs
That's
were there.
cool.
Yeah. I think they capped the actual the Jeep show to 50.
Yeah.
But so that was, there was 50 Jeeps, and then everybody brought, the friend that has a Jeep, and so we were all parking in the parking lot over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So I'm really happy that we have weekends like this that keep us busy, give us stuff to talk about on the show.
But first of all, I want everybody to head over to our Patreon website right now, because that absolutely helps us plan these awesome weekends.
Yeah.
Getting us places, getting us down the shore to the bigger events as well, so we can cover everything for everyone around the country. So head over to our Patreon website. That is Jeep Life Podcast on Patreon. We have a $3, $5, and $10 membership, and whatever you can contribute is absolutely amazing and super appreciated.
Yeah, we're not independently wealthy, so
we are not. We like to think so sometimes, but we are not.
Our Jeeps may look like we are, but we are definitely not. But it's a good time, and but yeah, help us out. And we don't beg a lot, but help us out. Every little penny helps.
Absolutely.
Hey,
also a like and a subscribe on YouTube, because
that
we got to do that.
Yeah, we owe somebody a prize pack. We need to do a drawing. Next week
is the drawing.
Let's do a drawing and give out a prize pack. I like it. We have some events coming up soon.
Yes, we are. So we just finished out the Go Topless Day. Obviously, that was our last event, and now we're going to be heading out to Bantam Jeep Festival, and that is June 10th to the 12th, and we're going to be hanging out with some awesome people out there. I heard Hollie Fowler is going to be out there. I think.
Yeah.
That's
right.
I think Jerry from Amsoil is going to be outdoor.
Amsoil is going to be there, and Jerry's going to be there with Amsoil.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
A big deal. Yep.
So, and then there's also the festival itself, which is if you like Jeeps, that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I can't wait to cover it. I can't wait to be there.
And then the very next weekend, we're going to be heading out to Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip with Hollie Fowler, Bleepin' Jeep, Psycho Cupcake, which is Kate on Instagram, and a lot of other rigs. And that's going to be an awesome time up at AOAA, 3 days of hardcore wheeling. And then also, Don's going to be hanging out with Northwest Jeep Cast.
Big deal.
And they're going to be over at Roush and AOAA. So that is a packed weekend as well.
Full. Absolutely full. It can't get any bigger than that.
And then we're going to slam right into July.
Oh, I lied. It's getting bigger.
Oh, yeah. We're heading down to New Jersey Jeep Invasion. And that is down in Wildwood, New Jersey. We always have so much fun down there, hanging out on the beach, seeing all the rigs. Everybody pretty much has their doors off. And, yeah.
I can't wait.
Toes in the sand, tires in the sand.
And this year I won't get nearly as burnt.
Hopefully.
I know. I'm still going to get burnt.
But then after that, we're going to be heading down to PA Allbridge Jeep Fest down in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and that is July 23rd to the 24th. And last year we had an amazing time down there. It was a little toasty.
Yeah.
It was kind of hot.
The first time you and I went to
I was
Jeeps together,
dead.
Yeah,
literally.
It was the hottest I've ever experienced, and you were green.
Awful.
I literally made you go into your Jeep, turn on the air conditioning,
and that didn't help though.
Just sit. No, it didn't.
But it was that hot.
It might have saved your life.
It probably did.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be heading down to Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. That's August 25th to the 27th, and I can't wait to go hang out with everybody down there, see Windrock, and just reach out to more of our listeners.
Yeah, I can't wait to be somewhere outside the Northeast and meet other listeners. It's great. I met some great listeners out in Utah, so it's really cool to be.
You're recognized out in Utah. Stop saying you like knew some people.
Yeah.
You were recognized. They're like, hey, you're Terry from the Jeep Life podcast.
That's fun. That's a weird feeling.
It was, yeah. You're telling me about it. It was a little weird.
which is cool because we're a podcast, so they actually recognize my face, which meant they've watched
Yes.
our videos.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just because I've been places and I go, I know that voice. And,
Right.
you know,
But where do I know him from?
right. And,
Or she?
But this was a direct,
I know you.
yeah, which is kind of cool.
And then that very same weekend is the Ocean City Jeep Week down in Ocean City, Maryland. That is August 25th to the 28th. I don't know if we're going to be making it down there, but
Since it coincides with Great Smoky Mountain,
probably not.
We'd love to. It's a
we
big
may say the
show.
B team down there.
Yeah, maybe we'll send the B team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what the B team is.
Now we have to hire a B team first. It's a lot of fun. Hey, what's up, Rob? But our events, we're so excited about them. It's a really awesome opportunity to meet everybody. But if your club or your organization is having an event,
Yep.
send us an email, info@jeeplifepodcast.com, and we will put it on our event calendars and make sure that people know about it.
Also, you can send us a message on our Facebook, Instagram.
Anywhere.
Leave us a comment on YouTube. Any of the above, and we will put it on our events list, and maybe we'll even show up.
We will try to show up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to show up.
Uh-oh, Don's bringing in the wheelie chair.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to actually pick up the rest of our team here. I'm looking forward to everybody joining us. Wipe the sweat off your brow, my friend. You've been working hard. I don't think it's possible. I know. Just
yeah,
as
it
fast.
does.
It is a warm one today. It's humidity is the kicker. But we're getting ready to be joined for our main topic by our esteemed colleague Don, Dr. Don, as I like to call him. I think we got new nicknames because somebody started calling me Jeep and Terry, and then we got Buggy Bill.
Yep.
And Don, I got you over here.
I'm over there. I get the
If you want to, if you
shit, man, I get the CEO chair.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I think Dr. Don works.
Dr. Don,
Dr. Don,
Buggy Bill,
Buggy Bill, and Jeep and Terry.
and Jeep and Terry.
All right.
So what am I?
Oh, you're Daddy Dave.
Oh, no, there's already a famous Daddy Dave.
Hey, everybody, we're that voice you hear, and that voice you don't hear yet because I haven't turned up the volume yet.
Uh-oh, now the voice you
Now
might
the
hear.
voice you're going to hear is our good friend Dave. He is Mr. Pypes.
Mr. Pypes.
How you doing over there, buddy?
Hot. Very hot.
You guys are working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing the one word samba
Yep.
over here. Yep.
But
No,
Don's going to be real happy.
Yeah, it's that system is incredible.
Yeah, we haven't turned it on yet, have we?
No, and so what I'm looking at, like, what's cool about it, it's two mufflers. So I want to do a little more traveling with the Jeep. I'd said before that, it droned going down the highway. You couldn't hear yourself in it. Funny story, I was leaving my place today, and there was a cop sitting out across the street in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's because I leave there full throttle all the time, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
No, that'll be a nice little break for
Yep. So, but the system's. I was saying to Dave how it's quality stuff.
Oh, the metal
Serious,
that's used.
Yes.
It really is.
We're not talking like factory sheet metal mufflers. We're talking, 1/8 inch, probably 250 steel. What's the thickness of the tubing?
The tubing is 16 gauge stainless, 409 stainless steel.
Yeah. So it's good stuff,
and it's going to hold up,
yeah.
too.
We were laughing. If I ever roll the Jeep over, we'll be able to pull the
Just
exhaust.
pull the
off.
exhaust
It's got
on,
the good
stretch it
band
out to
clamps on it. We'll be able to pull it off and put it on the next one.
throw the recovery
Right.
system right on the muffler and pull the Jeep over with
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I
like it.
absolutely.
Do not recommend.
So this is a new
I
system,
recommend it.
right, Dave?
Yeah, the background behind this system is our high ground clearance kit is our best-selling system for the entire company. People are starting to complain, or we're getting some complaints about it being too loud. So we figured a way.
Boo, hiss, poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're loud and in your face. I mean,
We're car guys.
you're
Not
car
everybody
guys
is.
here, so. But we were getting, like Don said, he wants to travel more with it,
that's
wants to go down the highway, and we figured a way to keep it just as high ground clearance, but add another muffler in, so it cuts down all that noise. You can still hear it; it still has tone, but it does quiet it down substantially.
And the cool part about it is, if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to go back to noise, simply pull the back one off, throw the other pipe on, right? Or and you're done. You're back to, because it's a what's the first muffler? The name of it? I'm sorry,
The
David.
Turbo Pro.
No, it's not a turbo.
That's the M80.
The M80,
Yeah, M80. Yep. So, and then it has, so you just go right back to it if you wanted to. But the other part of it is how high it tucks up. I mean, it's a good 2 inches higher than the factory muffler, 3 inches higher.
Absolutely.
It's above the trailer hitch.
It is by a good inch.
Yeah.
So you're gonna,
Okay.
it's tucked up really well. Nice setup.
I can't wait to get over there and take a look at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when's this going into production?
So the prototypes are approved, and actually production is happening.
Yeah.
We will probably see systems around August, I would guess.
Yeah.
Mid-August. And they're available for the JK and JL.
Nice.
And easy to put on. I mean, it literally took us 30 minutes. We were doing some other crap there first, but,
Yeah. Well, it's always, I mean, and we had this conversation some time ago. I mean, the first time you came on, I think maybe we had this conversation. Doing an exhaust system, the hardest part is taking the old one off.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I mean, it really is. Without a doubt.
There was some persuasion.
Unless you take some shortcuts, which we did today.
Yeah.
Mopar or Jeep in their infinite wisdom puts the first clamp onto the Y pipe upside down.
Right,
yeah.
right. It's not
with
easy
the
to
nut
get to.
facing up.
Yeah,
Sure.
because they install it, before the body goes on. So that's easy with a cutoff wheel to rectify that, and then Sawzall right before it goes up over the rear, and it comes out pretty easily.
Yeah, it's like I said, I really like. I'm excited to hear how it's going to sound, but I like how far how it's tucked up, because we do wheel on some big rocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my resonator was pretty beat up, so this will actually be up higher because you get rid of that resonator.
You only touched it once or twice.
Yeah, only.
That was actually once, I think.
Oh, okay. It just looked like you touched it about 10 times.
No, it really was. I think there was once or twice. That was it. So, but anyway,
It was a quality touch.
It was a quality touch. Yeah.
Don's infamous for those quality touches.
What was that?
What?
Oops.
So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, this will be nice, and I'm looking forward to a little less sound. Plus, we were talking about earlier back pressure. So on a 4-stroke engine, theoretically, you shouldn't need back pressure, but nowadays they seem to tune it into some of these newer engines, and then that enables them to do some stuff. Just my own feelings, it enables them to do some stuff with the valve timing. And we were talking about it, how, on the bottom end, until I changed a tune on it, it got lazy. So now it's back to a stock tune in it, and we'll be able to, I'll definitely be able to, it'll probably cruise better on the highway.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get your feedback on it.
Yeah, seriously, I'm super excited to hear it, and I'm stoked to see what it drives like, and actually be able to listen to radio without it turned all the way up and on a highway. So, and the other exhaust was just obnoxious. It really was.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
And we got some audio of that, so maybe we'll do a comparison
I
video.
think we
of that,
definitely,
like a little short.
Yep.
Yeah,
Head
we'll get
over
some-
to our YouTube channel. There definitely will be a video released of a before and after. So.
Yeah, I know that we've talked before, Dave, because you're a friend of the podcast. You're on quite a bit. You and I are friends outside of the podcasting world. But could this be done in the parking lot of Roush Creek?
Oh, that was
just
video
like
gold.
just like the old.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. Like we all said, the hardest part is getting the stock one off.
Yeah.
Get the stock one off, and like I said, half hour that's on.
Yeah, it's 5 pieces. It's so you got the Y pipe section that comes off the Y pipe and goes back.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've got the M80 muffler.
Yep.
You've got the axle tube. You've got that's a Street Pro, right?
The Turbo Pro in this system.
Turbo Pro.
Yeah.
And then you've got the tailpipe section, and that's it. And everything just slides right into the existing hangers. And actually, I've done a ton of exhaust systems over the years, but there was very little adjustment with that. It's pretty much tighten it up and go.
Cool.
Yeah, simple deal.
Yeah.
So what do you
But
have?
that's not-
I've got Pipes.
I've got the Pypes high clearance. I've got the Turbo Pro. So you've got.
No, you have the Street Pro.
I have the Street
Pro.
Pro.
Street Pro
Right,
system, which puts on a 4-door because of the evap canister, puts it up under the driver's seat.
Right.
So it's a little bit more aggressive than even if you relocated your evap canister and moved it back.
Yep.
It would quiet it down a bit more. But this is going to be way quieter than even yours.
It's still going to have that nice Pypes rumble,
Right.
but it's not going to be in your face.
Which is interesting. I didn't know that until last time we had you on the show. I didn't realize that the placement of the muffler makes a difference with sound level. What's the science behind that?
I'm not sure. I mean, I have my son has a 15 JKU Sahara, and one of his best friends has the same exact Jeep, and I relocated the evap canister on his and installed it, and then he installed hers in the normal position, and the Jeeps were two totally different
No
sounds.
kidding.
So I'm thinking maybe the length of the mid pipe, the fact that you're shoving the muffler a little bit further back in the
Right.
system,
Right.
is changing the
Changing the
tone
way it
somehow.
is. Yeah, the flow going through it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You have a little more run to the muffler with it moved back further.
Maybe the gases are cooling down before they get. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. I never knew that. But just to give everybody an idea of, and we were talking with Dave earlier. He's doing a lot of their R&D now. Correct, Dave? You're doing.
I've done it for the last 10 years.
10 years,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like the exhaust systems aren't one of those things where you just kind of throw some parts on. There's a lot of science that goes behind that, a ton. Flow, fitment, the whole 9 yards. It's a big deal.
It's not just about running pipe from the front of the
Right. No,
Jeep
it's
to
not.
the
That's
back,
what I was
right?
saying. I mean, there's flow. You got flow characteristics you got to worry about. There's back pressure tuning, like we were talking about. There's again, fitment, sound, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that goes into it. And these Pypes exhausts, I mean, we all run them.
Yeah.
Most of us in the club, and
I love the quality of mine. I beat mine up. We discovered today it's even more beat up, and so, and my apologies to make your product not look good, but
but it's held up.
It's held up 100%. It's exactly where it was
Yep.
when we installed it. A few more scrapes and dings to it, but it's quality product. The tone hasn't changed. The sound hasn't changed.
I just like the fact that it's so modular and that it goes in so easily. That's a big factor when it comes to...
And this stuff is, I took a really nice video, and I'll send it to you, Billy, for the video.
Yeah.
But this stuff is really pretty, too. It's a shame that I'm going to probably grind it up on rocks. But it's
Well, and of course, heat and other factors will change the kind of the way it looks under the Jeep. But it still looks
It is
very
quality
similar.
stuff. Wait till you guys see the video. So when you get the video out there, you'll see it with the M80 muffler. I mean, how nice that looks, and then the turbo muffler on the back, the fitment of it. Everything, the clamps, everything just looks quality, feels quality. I was surprised today. Now I've hung a couple of them in the past, but when I'm working in the shop, it's sort of hang it and go.
Right.
I'm not really paying attention today. I got to take my time and slow down a little bit. Quality is definitely there. It's a nice product.
That's awesome.
I mean, I've hung Flowmaster, and the quality is there on par, if not better, than like the MagnaFlow system that I had on my 2011.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff just feels better.
Yeah.
Looks better, sturdier.
And the price point's going to be much better with us.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking $700-800 for a catback system.
Yeah.
That's definitely not going to. I mean, I put up a couple. So most recently I put an MBRP on somebody's Jeep, and it was a high clearance system. It lasted a year and a half.
Oh, really?
Yep. And it not because it was beat up on rocks. It literally burned a hole through it. So, you know, and that's probably closest that you'll get to Pypes' price point.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
they have a couple different things we don't do. We stick with the stainless. That's our
Right.
deal. And I'd rather give a quality product up front. We back it with a lifetime warranty. So,
right.
you know, I'd rather spend the extra money on the production side to give a better product.
Yeah.
Well, the stainless is going to hold up much better at temperature changes than any other metal.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, in assault belt states.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so.
sure.
yeah. we're not graced with the mild winter up here at all.
No, or even, you know, a harsh winter where you actually got snow
Yeah,
and
right.
you know,
Right.
not whatever.
So
we get.
the question that no matter where we go and what product that we talk about, the first question out before we even finish saying the name of the product is this going to be available for the TJ? I mean, literally that for every product. That
It's a different motor. It doesn't.
But I mean, that's the question that's out there, and
Well, the question is there enough of a market for the TJ?
yeah, I don't know, and I don't know that there's a need because that motor runs a little bit different. And
We have a very nice system for TJs, and
Yeah.
it sounds good with the straight six.
because it's not overpowering.
Not at all, and it fits nice. It just makes it sound like a
Yeah.
Jeep.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, like you would picture a flat-fendered Willys. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
makes it
Yep.
sound like.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and same with the XJ. It's a very nice system. It uses a bigger muffler. Again, you have to tailor the sound to the motor,
Right, right.
and it just doesn't take the same mufflers that a JK or JL
Right.
will.
Well, it's a totally different animal. I mean, a
Yeah.
3.6 is totally different animal.
Yeah.
So,
And the
Talking-
frame design and all that.
yeah, but I
Stuff,
mean,
too.
even you know, variable valve timing, the 4-liter and the 2.5 didn't have that. Even the 2.4 that they used for a short time didn't have that. You know, and overhead cams. You know, it's completely different animal. 4-liter doesn't breathe above 4,000 RPM. The 3.6 just starts coming alive above 4,000 RPM. So,
All right, so we're situated, and you can see behind me all the pipes and the R&D and install area, but we're sitting almost on the middle line of this place.
Yeah, pretty close.
So we got pipes on one side,
Yep.
and cold case radiators on the other side.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about cold case radiators because I'm running a cold case
Yep.
in mine. Tell us a little bit about that line because we haven't really dove into that as a podcast with you as much.
No, not at all. A little bit, maybe.
Little bit.
But Cold Case came about 5 years ago. We saw a need for some restoration quality radiators because our company history is the restoration market. We used to own the second largest Pontiac restoration supplier in the world.
Oh, wow.
We sold that division off, and but a lot of our products are meant that way. Even on the pipe side, we have performance exhaust systems, but we make manifold downpipes for the original manifolds. So a guy running original manifolds can use that. Our tips the same way. We have a GTO splitter. We have an Olds 442 trumpet that are larger diameters to fit with our exhaust system. So Cold Case was the perfect candidate for that. Restoration radiators were getting way out of control. They're not as efficient as the modern aluminum technology. So what if we stamped original looking tanks and put them onto an aluminum radiator? A guy could paint it or polish it or whatever and get all the benefits of modern cooling in his older vehicle. So we've taken that and completed the line with all the modern vehicles as well. Again, JK, #1 selling SKU for Cold Case.
Wow.
yeah. So,
far.
and you said you've noticed a temperature drop in yours. I know Scott said he did too.
Yeah, on average, it's between 2 and 5 degrees
Lower.
lower. And even on like days like yesterday,
or
it was
50
a
degrees
significant
lower.
difference between your Jeep and
Yes.
my Jeep, and
Huge
they're basically
difference.
identical Jeeps.
Yeah.
They're a couple years different, but they're identical.
Yep.
And I've actually noticed it off road as much as I have on road. I find that the vents are easier to spray out at the end of the day, so that means that things aren't packing in there to overheat the engine during the day out on the trail.
See, that's making me very happy because I know what radiator's in your Jeep. And it's a prototype.
Yeah.
And it's black. It's a coating we're playing with to bring into the restoration side, and we were a little worried about the efficiency of it. And hearing that really is positive for us going forward, because now we're going to move forward to produce those.
Yeah, I mean, my needle, we talked about this
Yeah,
a little bit earlier. My needle really hangs where it scrapes the top of the half. It never breaks the actual half mark.
Yeah.
It just literally, the edge of it is on the edge of the half.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where you want it to be, even on a hot day like yesterday and today. You want it to be able to breathe and control those temperatures.
Right. Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, so, and, the 3.8s, a lot of the new engines, they run leaner, so they're running hotter. I mean, 200 was a hot motor years ago, and now these things, 220 is not a problem.
Nope.
So
mine used to live in the high 220s.
Yep.
When I would be off-roading or driving on very hot days, and now I don't know the last time I actually passed 220.
Well, before I took the tune out, I mean, if I did a long hard pull with it, it was especially if it was under any load with the trailer on the back, it would hit 250 quick.
Yeah.
So, but you guys have some specific technology we were talking about that gives you increased surface area, airflow, which improves cooling dramatically for these.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think that's one of the things that I'm going to probably do down the road. Dave was making fun of me, and goddamn, you're always talking about a lot of swapping it. The reality of it is, it's probably going to have a 3.6 in it for a
its
long
lifetime.
time. For a long time to come. So
Well, when you're ready to do it, I got you covered, because we make an LS swap JK radiator.
Look at that.
Oh, that's awesome.
In the meantime, I'm going to buy a cool case because
If you need a carrot hanging over you.
you do. Yep.
So
And Hemi swap.
Nice.
a radiator isn't that glorious upgrade, right? You're not going to hear a difference. You're not going to see a difference. And to be honest with you, behind all the plastic shrouding and everything, you're not even going to see it.
For the most part,
For the most part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing a restoration, maybe you'll see it, but you may not know if somebody paints it or polishes it up. You may not know that it's not a glory product. But when I think about all the people I've heard of that have gone off road,
let me clarify that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that Camaro behind you, it's a glory product.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
it's
it's very
gonna-
exposed.
Yes.
Oh well, yeah, because that engine bay is way different, especially right behind the grill. There's a lot of space in there. Yeah, all right, I'll buy that. But in like my JK, there's no room for anything. A piece of paper is not fitting in there.
Right.
But OE radiators are notorious for cracking because of the flexing of the frame and the pressures that are put on it when you're off-roading and at temperatures. So I know you guys have really thought about that.
Yeah. We have a new technology we're testing. In fact, it's in my JK with an extruded type core. And it's not an intercooler type square core that isn't very aerodynamic. It's a specific radiator core that we're doing. The header panels that furnace sprays into the fins are billet, so they are a lot stronger. And so far, heat cycle testing has been very positive. I need to get it out and beat up the Jeep a little bit to go through those those twist cycles to see how we're making out there. But so far, it's all been positive.
Well, good. We've talked about this before. I've kind of really paid a lot of attention since we installed it in mine, and that's been a year now, or close to it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know time flies. It really does. And I didn't. It's a radiator, so I mean, you're not going to get to see. You literally have to pull up and look at the dial in order to see any difference. You can't hear a difference.
No.
But I haven't replaced fluid. I haven't had any of the issues that you would normally run into in an OE situation.
Oh, people are contacting me. Hey, what do I do here? What do I do? Yeah. It's like, go get a cold case and replace your thermostat.
So, and here's something too. I a couple years ago I ran a class for RV people. It was an RV performance class. We talked about diesel pushers and things like that. Bottom line is, I don't care if it's diesel, gas, whatever. Heat is the killer. So when you start getting a lot of heat in that engine, you're doing damage. And maybe not come apart, throw a rod through the block, but it's all wear. So cooler you keep that engine, to an extent, the better off you are. There's a point where the oil doesn't heat up enough and cause problems, but my point is, you want to make sure that cooling system that you're running is in good shape, because if you're running 250 all the time, you're going to have that's why I detuned that. I can tell you right now that engine wasn't going to last. I would go I would have given that another 25,000 miles in its current state. So.
But it's that extreme temperature high and then nothing for a while, and then extreme high, then nothing, and all metals change with temperature variables.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important that you look at that.
Yeah.
I love how different the idea and packaging is between the two brands. Pypes is more of an in-your-face kind of. We've been waking up the neighbors.
Neighborhood since I don't know.
When is it, Quentin? How long?
What does it say on the back of the shirts?
Waking up the neighbors
Since 2002.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I mean, I love this T-shirt. So
well, we've had some pretty cool T-shirts over the years too. Get Mandrel Bent was one of them. We had one that said, "Give your car the ultimate flow job."
Nice.
So
these are all Don needs all these shirts.
Yeah. If we go back through the archives, there was some pretty
good
stuff.
Yeah. So advertising team's doing their job.
Some of our partners weren't too happy about them.
Pushing some lines there, some boundaries.
Yeah.
But then you look at the cold case, and it's a simple 2-color, a light blue and a white. It just kind of cools and chills you out.
Yep.
It's not really an in-your-face kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. However, we do have our cold case Ken.
Cold case Ken,
that is true.
And he's quite the celebrity.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. He's got his own video series. Right now we're kind of don't know what to do with him, because he's normally our road show guy, and we don't do that many shows anymore. So, he keeps people entertained.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to meet.
Cold case Kent only has one arm and is half frozen.
It's half frozen.
Yeah.
That's because he's touching that cold case radiator.
That's right, because it'll freeze you off.
Broke his own arm right off.
Wow.
It's quality stuff when you're freezing it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. To keep it nice and warm.
Yeah.
We had talked earlier, and I think we're going to give away a pipe system. Is that correct?
Wow.
Do we figure out?
Well, I mean, we kind of.
Dave hasn't said yes yet, so
I've got him on video now.
Let's give a couple away. I don't care.
Awesome.
I will. All right. So if you say give a couple away,
we're talking a dozen.
A baker's couple,
right?
If we're giving a couple away, let's do 2 different things then.
Yep.
Okay.
Last time our video submission was off the charts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was good.
So the people throwing
We actually
in
talked
stuff,
about that today with Don's exhaust.
Yeah,
it sounded like the trombone.
it really did.
when it came in here first.
And under mid throttle, that thing sounded like a goddamn trombone.
It sounded like Pete's trombone.
Yep.
So Pete, you're not eligible this year, but we would like
because
if
anybody's going to win twice in a row, it'd be goddamn Pete.
It would be Pete.
Find a way.
Free son of a bitch.
Let's do a video submission, and the funniest one, most entertaining, gets a system.
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
And then we came up with another idea.
We are going to have quiz bowl.
We want to have a quiz bowl.
Yep.
And let's do the quiz bowl sometime in late June or early July.
Let's go early July because we'll get the platform together.
Yeah, and
We've got a couple choices we can use for that.
We'll pick 3 of our listeners that email us or contact us that want to be involved with the Quiz Bowl.
Yep.
Let's say 2 or 3 people.
Yep.
We haven't figured that out yet. And then we'll do a Quiz Bowl live on a show, and the winner of that gets a system.
So send us an email.
Send us an email
info@jeeplifepodcast.com right now.
Whenever you're listening to this, if you want to be a part of the Quiz Bowl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it'll be Jeep content, right?
Yep.
The Quiz Bowl will be Jeep content. And what we'll do is if we've got, and I'm sure we'll have multiple submissions, we'll pull the names out of a hat. So we'll throw them in a hat. We'll do it on air.
Yep.
Announce the 3 people that we're going to have on there.
Yep.
We'll figure out the platform. We'll let you know. And then we're going to it's going to be Jeep general knowledge.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably about 10 questions.
Sounds awesome.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love having you on air because we'll just put you on the spot and we'll give.
We're going to make him work for it this time.
I have no problem giving it up.
You heard it here, folks. No problem giveaway. Every week we're going to have. No, I'm just kidding.
You still have to figure out something for Cold Case, too.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I want to get in
Love
that
it.
one.
Oh, by the way, Kyle from Off-Road Consulting
Yeah.
has been running our radiator in his rig for the last 3 years.
Wow.
And nobody abuses their rig more than he does.
No, that thing
There's
has
a
some
testament right
serious
there.
off-road mileage on it.
They've also survived the King of Hammers.
No kidding.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, because I ran the King of Hammers last year, and it's right. No, I'm just kidding.
my I've got my favorite people in the back of the Jeep. There's Pypes. Tread lightly. On the other side is where Kyle Bookter sticker slapped my Jeep.
Yes, he did.
Yep. Actually got my son to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we know Kyle very well, and we know how hard he wheels.
Yes.
And anybody that doesn't know him, he puts thousands of miles on his rig.
Not on-road either.
No, off-road a year, and to boot, probably one of the best wheelman in the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that says everything right there.
And quality guy.
Oh, absolutely, 110%.
He's a really good guy.
And he'll give you all the feedback you need too.
Oh,
man.
absolutely.
That's a cool thing is he not only just uses it, he knows exactly everything about it, and he'll give it back to you.
Yep.
So that's a huge testament to that.
Yeah.
All right, where can people find your stuff?
Pipesexhaust.com for pipes and coldcaseradiators.com. Pretty simple.
Really
Instagram, Facebook, we have it all.
easy. It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
I think I may have tagged them in 1 or 2 of our posts. So
A
head
1 or
over to
2,000.
any one of our posts, and you will be able to find both Cold Case and Pipes.
Yeah, so you definitely need both of those systems in your rig. And not only are we giving stuff away, we have it's free shipping, and it's Jeep Life Pod is the code. Is that
Jeep Pod
Jeep Pod? Jeep
is the
Pod
code.
is
Check
the
in the
code.
show notes to
It'll be in
like
the-
double check, confirm down in the show notes.
I think you're right. It's Jeep Pod. I think.
It's Jeep Pod.
I've slept since the last time.
I think I
did
said it
this.
wrong earlier anyway.
Is there anything else we need to talk about? I can't wait to get this thing down and listen to it.
I
Yeah,
know.
me too. I'm stoked for that. But one other thing that I found we learned when we did the tour tonight,
Yeah.
they do like heavy truck exhausts.
Oh yeah. So if
120 inches of up to 10-inch diameter stainless.
That's a lot of pipe.
That is like
With all different top styles. So you have flat top, you have miter, you have a turnout, you
Okay.
have an Aussie, you have a Chino.
so it's
So-
all like
Just
you
blew
cut it
my
at the bottom
mind.
because you were saying you can cut the length, so I guess you would cut it at the bottom.
Cut them at the bottom.
nice.
It is just, I mean, talk about a
Customizable.
diverse company.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's what floored me. You know, I don't know what it is, but I think like, and I'm sure a lot of people do this, just naturally narrow-minded when you're not in retail at this level.
Yeah.
But you're like, pipes, you know, Camaro, Chevelles, Mustangs, and Jeep. You know, but we walk through here, there's exhaust for almost anything domestic.
Yeah.
Sitting under here that,
Yeah.
you know.
And those pig rigs.
And
And big rigs.
which are,
I want that on
which are
mine. I want
domestic
pipes coming
unless
out.
it's a Volvo.
Yeah. Right. Bill, where can they find us?
Well, first off, we were all wrong on the code. It's Jeep Life.
No.
There you go.
So use Jeep Life if you're headed over to Pypes to get your exhaust for free shipping.
There it is.
But everybody else, I want you to head over to our Linktree, linktr.ee/Jeep Life podcast. And that's going to get you hooked up with all of our awesome websites, YouTube. We have a voicemail, and that phone number is 484-891-1172. Give us a call if you want to be on the air with us. Give us a big hi. Tell us what you're liking about the podcast. What do you want to hear more of? Or just you want to say hi.
Listen, people said they wanted to hear more crazy, funny content, so Billy and I turned it up a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
And we'll keep doing that.
Yeah. That's what you guys want. It's like the easiest thing for us
It
to
is
do,
really.
most natural, yeah.
And I'll just go to the other room. I'll go to the other room and actually record the podcast.
Right.
We'll tell these two monkeys that,
Just
hey,
let
it's on, guys. Just go ahead and
Throw
cut
some
it.
bananas and let us go.
Yeah, I just want to thank Quentin for hanging out with me today. Man, that's a professional over there.
Absolutely.
He does all the good
He
work.
talks your language.
He way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. I mean, this table's way smarter than me. But and Dave for inviting us down to the world headquarters to hang out.
It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
can make
this
it.
is cool.
We've
This is-
been
I was
talking
looking
about
forward to it.
doing a show here for a long time.
Yeah.
During COVID, we started talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm glad to be here.
definitely.
Everybody, go find us, tag us, do whatever it is you do to show us, and then submit your videos, man. I want to laugh because Pete made
Last
us
one
laugh.
was good.
Troy made us laugh. There were others that made us laugh, but it was clear who the
Yeah.
winner was.
Yeah.
So last thing I want to say is, check out YouTube. Bill, you're going to put a video together for tonight. I don't think you can quite put together the quality of this exhaust until you see it. So
Well, it's all in 4K.
Yep.
So I upped that camera setting.
Nice. That doesn't change the audio.
I don't know what that means.
All right, everybody, for Quentin, Dave, Bill, Don, and myself, here's a big Jeep wave to you.
Big
Have a
Jeep
good
wave.
night, everybody. Ooh, good show.
That was a good one.
show. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I'm tired, so I'm going to get off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Good night,
been
everybody.
a long weekend.
We got to get
Oh,
more
yeah.
content.
Wore out. And
See
hot.
everybody. And hot.